Hello everyone, Gaara here and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video I want to mainly talk about what Blizzard has responded to me 2 days ago after my little preliminary situation kind of blew up on Reddit, and I felt like I owe it to the people that, yeah, and to be fair towards everyone, that I just show what they replied to me in form of an email. And before I get into that, I want to thank you guys for the support, because I actually didn't expect people to be that nice towards me. I expected more people to be like, F you, Gaara, it's your own fault, and blah blah blah. But 90% or even more of the people were like on my side and be like, yeah, that's ridiculous, it's such a small mistake, how can it take them 3 months to fix it? And just to give you a quick rundown, if you haven't seen my last video, to get to BlizzCon you have to qualify through preliminaries, and to get into preliminaries you have to collect points, and in Europe you needed in the end 24 points to end up qualifying. I had 24 points, but Blizzard removed 1 point from me in the very end, like past the qualification. Because apparently they accidentally added 1 point to my standings in February. So for almost 3 months I had 1 additional point in my standings, and they removed it when it was way too late. Explained why it could easily happen that I missed it myself, this 1 additional point, because you can easily oversee 1 point if you play open cups like almost every day. And yeah, so it was very disheartening and frustrating. Still is a little bit, but I'm past it now, just because like I accept it. And afterwards they replied to me again with an email. I want to show it to you guys. You can also just, pause the video and read it and then continue. Let me start with what I should have done, in my opinion. I was thinking about this a lot, and I also asked other people that qualified what they should have done, and I believe they should just let me participate, because it doesn't really matter if there's like in the end 67 people or 68 people that are playing in the tournament. It just, nobody really cares from the people that participate, and that is actually the only reason why you should not let me play, because it would be unfair towards the other players. But other players that approached me, they were like, yeah, what the fuck, quote, this is ridiculous, you should just let me play, like who cares? Because if more people would have ended up with 24 points, they would have qualified anyways, because that's how it works. And yeah, I think that's what I should do. I waited like 2 days because it affects me personally, to give a non-biased opinion about, yeah, if I would have had more points, let's say 30 points, I would have qualified, and this would have happened to someone else, I would act the same, because yeah, he could have just had 24 points and qualified anyways, and then we had 1 more player than before and nobody would care. So I wouldn't care less. I would just be happy that I am going myself, and it comes down to just performing, like getting through the Swiss and end up top, being top 4, and just qualifying that way. And it would also show that they stood up to their mistake, because it was clearly their mistake. It was there for 3 months. It's a very long period of time, and if I just had the information that I would have had 1 less point, then I would have actually just went for a top 50 finish. I'm pretty convinced that I would have had it, because I stopped at top 100 just because I was ensured this would be enough. And yeah, that is very unfortunate, let's put it like that. So this is what they replied to me 2 days ago. Unfortunately, this was not their first reply. The first reply was, yeah, sorry, and won't happen again, and better luck in summer. And it would be look much better if this was their first reply, because it's obviously a big deal for any player who ends up not qualifying because of this, because you spent like 200 or 300 hours, and this is not an exaggeration, just to qualify for that event. And yeah, and the compensation is like right now, as you can see, 100 Ungoro packs and BlizzCon tickets. I still have to get to BlizzCon, which is probably like a 2K trip, with all the accommodation and flights and everything, and that will be a bit ridiculous to go just for that reason because you have free tickets and then yeah, go for a 2K trip. But besides that, yeah, I guess it's still a nice gesture. It looks a bit like damage control, but I want to be as non-biased as possible, even though if it affects me personally. Just I wanted to be fair and show it to you guys, and you can make up your own opinion about what to think about this whole situation. And yeah, I'm past it now. I'm focusing on different things. I just felt like I should show you. And yeah, before this part of the email, they just made a rundown again about how many points I actually got from what cup and from leather and everything, which they also already sent before, and also what the mistake was. They added there was a Gaara, some other Gaara player from Europe, and he had 1 point, and they accidentally gave me his 1 point, and after 3 months they removed this 1 point from my standings. I'm not sure why it has to take so long, but yeah, that's how it was. And then I emailed them and told them that I have an NA account, and I'm playing on this NA account from the beta. And the reason why I have an NA account just for the NA server is because in the beginning you couldn't play on all servers from one account, and I was actually, I would even say, the first High Legend player who played on 2 accounts. And later on you could play from one account. As you guys know now, you can play on all servers from one account, but again, in the beginning you couldn't, so I was forced to kind of make a new account. And now I play on Asia and Europe on my main account, and I have a separate NA account since the beginning of time, because once you buy all the cards, it's very expensive to just, you know, change to your main account and buy all the cards there again. It would be very frustrating, and I never had any issues for the past 3 years. This is the first time, if this is even an issue. And I told them pretty much, maybe I got an Open Cup top 8 finish from my NA account and I haven't added it to my main account, because I do this all the time in the past, and it's no issue. It's not like stacking points or anything, it's just instead to get it on my main account. And they replied with it's not allowed to stack points, and this is not at all what I wrote them. It is not stacking points, it is instead, because I had no top 8 tournament finish on my main account, and which doesn't matter, it's everything is my main account. And if I maybe got it on my NA account and I forgot to add it on my main account, but they never really replied to me. It feels a bit like RNG, who you end up getting on the receiving end of your emails, because sometimes you get a good reply and sometimes you feel like they didn't even read your email at all, because it's completely like missed the point. And this is what they end up answering to me. And yeah, you guys can make with it what you want. Yeah, as I said, I'm past it, and hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, I felt like I owe it to show it to you. I want to once again thank you for the positive feedback, and I'm gonna go stream now. And thanks to you guys so much for listening, and peace.